In the heart of Sydney, under the vast expanse of Kpop's Bank Arena's roof, a phenomenon unfolded that transcended mere concert performance. It was a night where music met fashion, where the past 7 years of anticipation culminated in a visual and auditory feast that left fans breathless and the global music scene abuzz. As the lights dimmed and the crowd's roar escalated, the question on everyone's lips was not just will he deliver, but how will he redefine himself this time? The answer, as it turned out, was a resplendent display of artistry that begged the question: can one man truly encapsulate the essence of a cultural movement? The stage was set not just for a performance but for a revelation. GDragon, the enigmatic figurehead of K-pop's evolution, stepped into the spotlight clad in an audacious checkered suit, his pink hair a beacon of individuality amidst the sea of adoring fans. This was no ordinary outfit. It was a statement, a bold declaration that fashion and music are inseparable threads in the tapestry of his identity. The crowd, a mosaic of cultures and ages, erupted in applause, their cameras capturing every moment, every gesture, as if to preserve the magic for eternity. But what drove this fervor? Was it the music alone, or was there something deeper? A connection that defied the boundaries of language and geography. As the night progressed, the arena transformed into a crucible of emotion. Each note, each dance move, was a testament to GDragon's unparalleled ability to weave narratives through sound and movement. The air was thick with anticipation, not just for the hits that had defined his career, but for the new chapters he was unfurling before their eyes. Will he surpass his own legend? The audience wondered, their hearts pounding in sync with the bass. And surpass he did, with a performance that was both a homecoming and a frontier, a bridge between the familiar and the uncharted. The question lingered: how does one man, after 7 years of silence, command such loyalty and admiration? The 2025 World Tour, dubbed Übermensch, was more than a series of concerts. It was a global odyssey that began with meticulous planning and ended in ecstatic celebration. Announced earlier in the year, the tour's pre-sale strategy, involving surveys and exclusive memberships, underscored the organized fervor of his fanbase. These fans, often referred to as stans, are not mere spectators but active participants in the GDragon phenomenon. They stream, they vote, they travel across continents, their devotion a currency that fuels both his success and the broader K-pop industry's economic might. But what is it about GDragon that inspires such dedication? Is it his music, his fashion, or something intangible, a spark that ignites the collective imagination? In Sydney, that spark was palpable. The Kpop's Bank Arena, Australia's largest indoor entertainment venue, became a microcosm of global K-pop culture. Fans from diverse backgrounds gathered, their unity a testament to the universal appeal of GDragon's artistry. The pre-show atmosphere was electric, with American Express card members enjoying exclusive lounge access, a nod to the commercial symbiosis between artist and brand. But beyond the corporate sheen, there was a raw, emotional undercurrent. Fans clutched signs, sang along to every lyric, their faces a blend of joy and awe. "How does he do it?" they whispered among themselves, their eyes never leaving the stage. The performance itself was a masterclass in storytelling. GDragon's choice of attire, a striking checkered suit paired with a red scarf, was not merely fashion. It was a narrative device. It spoke of rebellion, of tradition reimagined, of a man who refuses to be boxed in by expectations. His pink hair, a signature of his boundary-pushing style, was a visual crescendo that complemented the auditory one. Each song, from the anthems of yesteryears to the fresh tracks debuted that night, was a chapter in a larger saga. "Burn, burn, fuck this love," he sang, his voice a blend of defiance and vulnerability, and the crowd responded with a fervor that shook the arena's foundations. But what was the message behind these words? Was it a personal catharsis or a universal cry for freedom? The emotional peak came when GDragon, overwhelmed by the crowd's response, clasped his hands in a gesture of gratitude. It was a moment of raw connection, a silent dialogue between artist and audience. Tears were shed, not just by the fans but by GDragon himself, a reminder that behind the larger-than-life persona is a human being, deeply affected by the love he receives. How can one feel so much? The audience wondered, their hearts swelling with empathy. This was not just a concert, it was a shared experience, a collective journey through the highs and lows of human emotion. As the night drew to a close, the arena was awash with light from thousands of phone screens, each capturing a piece of history. The aftermath was a flurry of social media activity, with fans sharing their experiences, their photos, their stories. The impact was immediate and far-reaching, with media outlets around the world picking up the story. GDragon's return is not just a musical event, it's a cultural reset, proclaimed one headline. Another asked, can K-pop's fashion icon redefine global trends once again? The questions were endless, the curiosity insatiable. But beyond the spectacle, there was a deeper narrative at play. GDragon's tour was a testament to the power of resilience. After 7 years away from the spotlight, his return was not just a comeback, but a reclamation of his place in the cultural zeitgeist. The tour's success, with sold-out shows and unprecedented fan engagement, highlighted the enduring appeal of K-pop and its ability to transcend borders. What makes K-pop so powerful? Experts pondered, their analyses pointing to a combination of music, visual aesthetics, and fan interaction. GDragon, with his keen sense of style and unwavering connection to his audience, embodied this power. The economic implications were staggering. Concert tours, merchandise sales, and endorsements generated billions, contributing significantly to South Korea's GDP. Tourism surged, with fans traveling to attend shows, visit entertainment agencies, and partake in fan events. The Kpop Bank Arena, with its state-of-the-art facilities and prime location, became a pilgrimage site for GDragon's devotees. But beyond the numbers, there was a human story. Each fan had their own reason for being there, their own connection to the music, the fashion, the man himself. Why do we love him so much? They asked themselves. The answer as complex as it was simple. As the tour progressed, the world watched with bated breath. Each stop was a new chapter, a new opportunity for GDragon to reinvent himself and his art. The fashion, ever a critical component, evolved with each performance. From the checkered suit in Sydney to the white ensemble in Melbourne, each outfit was a statement, a dialogue with the audience. What will he wear next? Fans speculated, their anticipation a driving force behind the tour's momentum. The answer, as always, was a surprise, a blend of the expected and the unexpected, a testament to GDragon's ability to keep the world guessing. The cultural impact was profound. K-pop, once a niche genre, had become a global phenomenon, and GDragon was at its forefront. His influence extended beyond music, into fashion, film, and even social media activism. Fans mobilized, their collective action amplifying his visibility and fostering a sense of community. How does he inspire such loyalty? The world wondered, the answer lying in his authenticity, his willingness to be vulnerable, his relentless pursuit of excellence. It was a lesson in leadership, in the power of art to unite and inspire. As the tour drew to a close, the questions remained. What would GDragon do next? How would he continue to shape the cultural landscape? The answers, as always, were elusive, but the anticipation was palpable. The world was ready, eager to see what the future held for this icon of K-pop. And so, the story of GDragon's 2025 World Tour became not just a chapter in his career, but a milestone in the evolution of global music and fashion. It was a night to remember, a moment that would be etched in the memories of all who were there, a testament to the enduring power of art and the unbreakable bond between artist and audience. As the echoes of GDragon's performance in Sydney faded, the anticipation for the next leg of his 2025 World Tour, Übermensch, only intensified. The global music community, already abuzz with the spectacle of his return, now turned its gaze to the upcoming shows, each promised to be a unique chapter in this unfolding saga. The question on everyone's mind was not just what will he bring to the stage next, but how will he continue to redefine the very essence of K-pop? The answer, as fans and critics alike discovered, was a blend of innovation, emotion, and a relentless pursuit of excellence that kept the world captivated. The tour's journey from Sydney to other major cities was marked by a series of strategic unveilings that kept the momentum alive. In Melbourne, GDragon donned a pristine white suit, a stark contrast to the bold checkered ensemble of Sydney, yet equally evocative of his signature style. This shift was not merely a change of wardrobe, but a narrative progression, a visual metaphor for purity and renewal. Fans, ever vigilant, dissected every detail, from the cut of the suit to the way it caught the light, asking themselves, what story is he telling us now? The answer lay in the performance itself, a seamless blend of old favorites and new material that spoke of growth of a man who had weathered 7 years of silence only to emerge stronger, more resolute. The emotional undercurrents of these performances were palpable. In each city, the crowd's response was a mirror to GDragon's own vulnerability. His gestures, whether a wave, a bow, or a moment of silent reflection, were met with roars of approval, tears, and a sea of flashing lights. How does he connect with us so deeply? Fans wondered, their hearts swelling with a mix of admiration and empathy. It was a connection that transcended language, culture, and geography, a testament to the universal language of music and the shared human experience. The tour became a pilgrimage, not just for the music, but for the opportunity to witness this connection firsthand. The commercial aspect of the tour was equally impressive. Ticket sales, merchandise, and sponsorships generated an economic ripple effect that was felt far beyond the concert venues. American Express card members, for instance, enjoyed exclusive access, a privilege that underscored the symbiotic relationship between GDragon's brand and corporate partners. But beyond the numbers, there was a story of fan engagement that was both heartwarming and humbling. Fans traveled thousands of miles, some saving for years, to be part of this experience. Their devotion was not just to the music but to the man behind it, to the journey he represented. Why do we go to such lengths? They asked themselves, the answer lying in the intangible bond that GDragon had fostered over the years. Social media played a crucial role in amplifying this devotion. Platforms buzzed with live updates, fan art, and heartfelt testimonials. Each post, each tweet, was a piece of the puzzle, a fragment of the larger narrative. Can we capture the essence of this night? Fans pondered, their digital footprints a testament to the tour's impact. The media, too, was quick to respond, with headlines like GDragon's return, a cultural reset, and K-pop's fashion icon redefines global trends, dominating the news cycle. These stories were not just about the music, they were about the cultural shift GDragon represented, the way he had redefined what it means to be a global artist. As the tour progressed, the fashion element remained a focal point. Each outfit was a statement, a dialogue with the audience. In Tokyo, it was a sleek black ensemble that spoke of elegance and mystery. In Seoul, a traditional hanbok reimagined with modern flair, a nod to his roots and his forward-thinking vision. What will he wear next? Became a recurring question, a game of anticipation that kept fans engaged. The answer, as always, was a surprise, a blend of the expected and the unexpected, a testament to GDragon's ability to keep the world guessing. The cultural impact of the tour was profound. K-pop, once a niche genre, had become a global phenomenon, and GDragon was at its forefront. His influence extended beyond music into fashion, film, and even social media activism. Fans mobilized, their collective action amplifying his visibility and fostering a sense of community. How does he inspire such loyalty? The world wondered, the answer lying in his authenticity, his willingness to be vulnerable, his relentless pursuit of excellence. It was a lesson in leadership, in the power of art to unite and inspire. As the tour drew to a close, the questions remained. What would GDragon do next? How would he continue to shape the cultural landscape? The answers, as always, were elusive, but the anticipation was palpable. The world was ready, eager to see what the future held for this icon of K-pop. And so, the story of GDragon's 2025 World Tour became not just a chapter in his career but a milestone in the evolution of global music and fashion. It was a night to remember, a moment that would be etched in the memories of all who were there, a testament to the enduring power of art and the unbreakable bond between artist and audience.